Good morning, Miss Bernice Gray. Can you please mute yourself? Mute yourself, please.
Good morning, everyone. Hope you all are doing well this morning.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, Ms. Kim. Ms. Greenhouse, thank you for being here today. We appreciate it. And courtroom 2, whenever you're ready, just let me know.
Good morning, Judge Morrow. So I couldn't get my mute to unmute. So good
You're
morning.
fine. You're fine, Ms. Greenhouse. Good morning. Hope you're
Thank
well.
you. Thank you. You too.
Number 4
Okay.
and number 44.
Morning, Your Honor. It's states are in quorum too.
Yes, good morning. Let's see, who do we have first?
We can go with position number 7, Mr. Derek Davis.
Who else they gotta talk to the phone?
Okay, and who's representing Mr. Davis this morning?
Hey, Tom, I got one of your people in front of the desk right now. I'm gonna give you a call back.
Okay.
Mr. White, Ms. Kim?
It is Tom White.
Good morning, Judge. I'm sorry, I was on the phone with another client.
Okay, do you need a minute, Mr. White?
No, that's okay. We can go back to him in a few minutes.
Okay. And it's my understanding that Mr. Davis is going to be a plea this morning, is that correct?
That's correct, Judge.
Yes, good morning, Mr. Davis. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video this morning. Can you raise your right hand for me, please, sir? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the complete truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Sure.
Okay, you can place your hand down. Thank you, Mr. Davis. Good morning, Ms. Falk.
Good morning, Your Honor. On Mr. Davis's case on the first count of criminal trespass and damage to property, the state's recommendation is going to be 12 months served 60 days, credit for time served 21 days. That's going to be from, let's see, January 8th of 2025. We are also requesting a stay away from 451 Mary Street Southwest. And a no further contact, and I just realized the last name was not listed, so I'm pulling that up. No further contact with Davy, and the last name is, just, you could give me a moment. I had to restart my Odyssey. The last name is Davy Collin, Collin. And then on count 2, 60 days credit for time served. And excuse me, that should have been amended to 21 days from January 8th, 2025 to today. That's all for the state. We would like to sound from Mr. Davy Collin and do ask the defense to stipulate to venue, factual basis, and identification for the purposes of the plea.
Mr. Collin is on the line and wishes to address the court. Now is your opportunity. Doesn't appear so. Yes, Mr. White.
Your Honor, we do stipulate for the purposes of the plea and just ask that you accept the plea as negotiated. And it does say balance probated on the offer. I assume that is a balance suspended since it's just a stay away. And
That is correct.
Okay. All right. So yeah, we're good, Judge.
Okay, we'll make note of the balance suspended. Mr. Davis, it's my understanding that in case 25 CR 0001458, you wish to plead guilty to criminal trespass and damage to property and willful obstruction of law enforcement officers. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
Your Honor.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, I am.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on these charges and that by pleading guilty to them, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, Your Honor.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Mr. Davis. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Next, we can go to position number 28, Mr. Morgan. Morgan?
My understanding that this is a negotiated plea as well.
Yes, Your Honor.
Good morning, Mr. Morgan. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Can you raise your right hand for me, please, sir?
Yeah.
Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, sir. Yes, good morning, Ms. McConkey.
Good morning, Your Honor. The state's recommendation for Mr. Morgan is 12 months to serve 34 days, credit for time served 17 days, the balance to be suspended, and that he stay away from the Embassy Suites Hotel located at 3285 Peachtree Road Northwest in Atlanta. And I would ask the defense to stipulate to venue, factual basis, and identification for purposes of the plea.
Yes, we do stipulate so. Thank you.
Anything further, Ms. Kim?
Nothing further from defense, Your Honor.
Mr. Morgan, it's my understanding that in case 25 CR 0000224Y, you wish to plead guilty to criminal trespass. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
Nah.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with her representation?
Yeah.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yeah.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Mr. Morgan. You know you can't go back to that Embassy Suites hotel, okay?
All right.
All right. Good luck to you, Mr. Morgan.
All right. Thank you.
Have we gotten a Spanish interpreter, do you know, Ms. Strong?
Next, we can go to position number 33, Mr. Ross.
33. Also a negotiated plea.
Yes, Your Honor.
Good morning, Mr. Ross. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Can you raise your right hand for me, please, sir? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Speak up a bit for me, please. Okay, thank you, Mr. Ross. You can place your hand down. Yes, Ms. McConkey.
Yes, Your Honor. The state's recommendation for Mr. Ross is 12 months to serve 36 days, credit for time served 18 days, the balance to be probated, that he pay a $500 fine, take an anti-theft course, and that he stay away from the Gold Star Package Store located at 5065 Old National Highway in College Park. I would ask defense to stipulate to venue, factual basis, and identification.
We do so, Your Honor. He lost his employment because of this incarceration. Can he have 2 months of probation fees to waived?
Okay, I'm not going to waive any fees, Ms. Kim, but I will have it terminate. So that'll encourage him to get it done as quickly as possible, okay?
Thank you.
Mr. Ross, it's my understanding that in case 25 CR 000212E, you wish to plead guilty to theft by shoplifting. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with her representation?
Yes.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Mr. Ross. When you pay the $500 and complete the anti-theft course, the probation will terminate. So you won't be on probation as soon as you get that done. So the quicker you get it done, the quicker you won't be on probation and have to pay those fees, okay?
Sure.
All right, good luck to you, Mr. Ross.
All right, thank you.
Next, Your Honor, we can go to position number 40, Mr. Sutton.
Your Honor, this is pro se case, Your Honor.
Okay, good morning, Mr. Stokes. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we are conducting by video. Mr. Stokes, you have a right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. You have a right to have an attorney present at these proceedings. We provided you with the assistance of a public defender this morning, and it's my understanding that you do not wish to use their services. Is that right?
No, sir, I don't want they serve. I want a fast, speedy trial.
Okay, so you want to plead not guilty to this simple battery, family violence, and criminal trespass and damage to property and damage to property, family violence charges?
I don't know where it come at. I went booked in on them charges. I want a fast, speedy trial.
Okay, so let me just say to you, Mr. Stokes, you've been charged in case 24 CR 006459E with simple battery, family violence, and criminal trespass and damage to property, family violence. Each of these charges carries with it a maximum penalty of 12 months in jail and/or $1,000 fine. How do you wish to plead to these charges? Guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty. Fast, speedy
Not-
trial, sir.
Okay, so not guilty. We will return your case to the division judge. You'll get notification of your next hearing date. If you wish going forward to represent yourself, you have that right. So you'll have to file those motions yourself. If you at any point wish to seek the assistance of either a private attorney or one of the public defenders, just let somebody know, okay?
They ain't
All right.
came ever since I've been in jail. So what I'm gonna need a public defender for? I've been in jail ever since the 28th of December. I ain't seen nobody but Kim.
Okay, and I'm sorry about that, Mr. Stokes, but I'm happy to let you, I understand that you have some apprehensions about meeting with the public defenders, but
They
if
ain't
you,
doing their job. They ain't coming.
Okay. Okay, well, they are here today, and I could have someone talk with you today if you'd like to. I mean,
All right, cool. That cool. That cool.
is that good with you?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So while you're there, Ms. Kim or Mr. White, would you mind speaking with Mr. Stokes this morning?
I don't mind, however, I don't think that we are the one that he want to talk to. He needs to talk to public defender for the division judge court.
Say it again, Ms. Kim.
Since he's waiving of his arraignment and he's pleading not guilty, another public defender should be representing him.
Well, I understand that he did that, but he's had some apprehensions, and if you would just indulge the court and speak with him this morning.
Judge.
So, yes, Mr. White.
Is this, Ms. Kim, is this the one that I stepped into the booth with you yesterday?
Yes.
I don't think we can represent him, Judge. He was very abusive to Ms. Kim, combative. I didn't hear the first part of this conversation, but
Okay, I've just had a talk with Mr. Stokes, Mr. White, and if you don't want to speak with him, I understand that. It would be the court's request that if you all don't want to speak with him, if you could have somebody else from your office speak with him. I mean, he's here now. He is not combative. He is willing to speak with somebody in regards to his case.
I don't want to talk to him, sir. I don't want to talk
Okay.
to him. I just want a fast, speedy trial on the simple battery on all the charges so I can go to court. That's all I need, sir.
Okay, all right, and that's fine. Okay, hold on for me. So, hold on, Mr. Stokes.
we could
yeah.
get a conflict defender.
Ms. McCockey, did you have something that you wanted to?
I just wanted to confirm, this is Damazi Stokes, positions 38 and 39, correct? Not Jermaine Sutton.
I'm Jermaine Sutton.
Okay, that's what I thought I heard. They say.
Okay.
I just want a fast, speedy trial on all my misdemeanor. That's it. Within 30 days, I should be in court for fast, speedy trial. That's all I want, because the public defender is not doing nothing. I ain't seen a public defender since I've been locked up.
Yeah, you've seen two.
Okay,
ain't seen nobody.
let's not have a conversation about that. So what I'm gonna do, I'm sorry, Mr. Sutton. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have a conflict attorney assigned to your case, and somebody will be down there to talk with you. If they want to place your case back on an SAP calendar with me, I'll take that. If not, we'll return the case to the division judge. Position number.
Thank you, sir.
You're
Thank you,
welcome.
sir.
You're
I want a
welcome,
fast,
Mr.
speedy trial to get this
Okay.
over.
All right. Good luck to you, Mr. Sutton. We're returning it to the division judge. I would like to have a conflict attorney assigned to his case. I'll sign that, and we'll move forward that way. Okay. Apparently, this is number 40, Jermaine Sutton. Okay. Who do we have next?
Position number 2, Mr. Brooks.
And this is going to be a negotiated plea, is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Yes, good morning, Mr. Brooks. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Can you raise your right hand for me, please, sir?
Yep.
Thank you. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay, you can place your hand down. Thank you, Mr. Brooks. Ms. Falk?
Yes, Your Honor. Before we begin, I just wanted to let the court know Ms. McWhorter is here on the Zoom. She is stating that she is the legal guardian of this defendant. So I just wanted to clarify that in case the court needs to make any kind of inquiry. However, the recommendation on this case is on count 1, 12 months served 32 days, credit for time served 16 days. That would be from January 13th, 2024 until today. Balance probated, a BHET, 12 hours of anger management, stay away from all MARTA stations. And on count 2, 12 months concurrent with count 1, balance probated, stay away from all MARTA stations. And again, Ms. McWhorter is here if there are any questions the court would like to follow up with her. But we do ask the defense to stipulate to venue, factual basis, and identification for the purposes of the plea. That's all for the state.
Okay. Before I come to you, Mr. White, Ms. McWhorter, are you with me?
Yes, I'm at work. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am, I can hear you. Hold on for a moment. Can you raise your right hand for me, please, ma'am?
Wait,
Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
yes.
Okay, Ms. McWhorter, I appreciate you being here this morning. This is live on YouTube. As such, I would not like you to discuss any of your brother's mental health problems, but if there's something else that you would like to discuss with the court as in relation to where he's going to live or things of that nature, I'm happy to hear it. What would you like to tell the court, Ms. McWhorter?
Well, I would like some help. I got guardianship of him, and without saying what his mental illness is, he has to take medicine. He doesn't take the medicine. Okay. It's kind of hard. You said don't mention the mental illness, but
So he's not medication compliant. Is that what you're
he's
telling me?
not. He's
does-
not.
does-
And that's why he behaves that way. And the night that he got arrested, he was supposed to be at home. But it's hard for him. His capacity, if he don't take medicine, he's just in la la land.
Does he have a regular doctor that he treats with?
He doesn't want to go. I have taken him to Georgia Regional, got him set up. He refuses. The Grady Act team came to our home and he refuses. So he just walks out and he's just in the community because he's choosing to not be compliant. So that's why I got on the call to see, can he be ordered to go to take his medicine? He has to
Okay.
take his medicine.
Well, the state has requested and he's agreed to have a BHET, and I'll make sure that I place in the order that he be medication compliant so that if he's
Yes.
not, that will be reported to probation.
Judge, can I
Okay.
speak for a minute?
Well,
All right.
he's going to wait, hold on 1 second. He's going to say that the medicine.
Judge,
Okay, so that's really all I can do, Ms. McWhorter. He's negotiated this with his lawyer. Does he live with you?
He does, but then he just goes out for days because he's not on medicine. He just go out and we don't know where he is. We don't know
Okay.
where he is. And he's
Okay.
always 1013 every 3 months. It's been like this I just got the guardianship last year, but everything I do, he refuses. When I took him to Georgia Regional, they committed him one time. And then the second time he acted up and they said that they can't make him go in if he don't want to. So I'm like, how do I make him take medicine?
Your Honor, all due respect, I'm not sure this is correct forum for this. I mean, if she wants to try civil commitment or something along those lines, but,
Okay. Thank you for being here, Ms. McWhorter. We appreciate it. Mr.
So
White?
what do I do now though? Like who gonna help me with like, cause the reason why he was at Marta, cause he's probably just walking around, but it's cause he's on medicine. So what happens now? How do I get him help?
Miss McWhorter, so your brother is going to be released after today. However, I'm going to have Miss Cheney, who's our victim advocate, reach out to you and give you some resources that you may be able to contact. Obviously, this would conclude the case with this courtroom and with state court, but she may be able to give you some resources that can assist you on the outside once he's released.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. McWhorter. We appreciate you being here today. Mr. White?
Your Honor, I mean, if Your Honor is going to add the requirement that he take his medication, I guess I need to speak with him. I mean, that's a big difference to what he has agreed to at this point. So I need to check to see if he wants to do that. So.
Okay. We'll give you the opportunity to give him a call in courtroom 2. And we'll come back to Mr. Brooks. Okay, courtroom 2, if you can make Mr. Brooks available for Mr. White to speak with, and let's move on to maybe one of Miss Kim's cases, please.
Kim is actually on the phone with one of her clients at the moment.
Say it again?
Kim is on the phone.
Oh, okay. All right. So while we're waiting for that, can we just hold on Mr. Brooks and go to another one of Mr. White's cases?
Okay, so the phone over here.
Never mind, Your Honor. Tom had called, forum 2.
Oh, okay.
Hello?
We can go to position number 47, Mr. Robert Young. Young.
Okay.
Okay, simple. The plea is, once I do the plea, I get out the day though.
Okay, who's representing Mr. Young?
Who are we doing now, Your Honor? What number?
Position number 47, Robert Young.
Yes, that is my client. This is negotiated plea, Your Honor.
Okay. Good morning, Mr. Young. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Can you raise your right hand for me, please, sir? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay.
Ms. McConkey?
Your Honor, the state's recommendation for Mr. Young is 12 months to serve 36 days, credit for time served 18 days. Stay away from the location 3566 Cantrell Road in Atlanta. No further contact with Dauda Saibu, that is Dauda Saibu. I would ask the defense to stipulate to venue, factual basis, and identification.
Yes, we do.
All right, Mr. Young, it's my understanding that in case 25 CR 000219G, you wish to plead guilty to criminal trespass. Is that right?
First I'm trying to ask.
Okay, hold on, Mr. Young. Do you need to speak with Ms. Kim about something?
No, I need to speak with you about something.
Okay, let me just say, first of all, Mr. Young, let me just tell you, you have a right to remain silent, and anything you say can be used against you. So if you need to speak with Ms. Kim and have her relate that to me, then that might be best for you, okay?
Because I ain't got nothing to hide. And that's too much. What I'm trying to see is if I'm not refusing this. It's two things I'm trying to see. If I refuse this plea, when would I be able to win next time? Okay, so now I'm telling you that I am not trying to refuse this plea meaning I still want this plea, but I would like to use my 14th Amendment or due process to make sure that that I'm not deprived of my property, which that's my property, and my freedom without having to take a plea and be forced to take a plea. Because
Okay, so
because I know the misinterpreted trickery that y'all are using, that the NCIC system press charges, which I don't have no charge right now, and that y'all got me in front of here without having a charge, trying to deprive me of my property because I own a large mass of land. So right now I'm being
Okay.
deprived of my property and my freedom with court trickery, not just court trickery, with department.
can we mute courtroom 2, please? Okay, thank you. So what I need for you to do, Ms. Kim, is I need for him to have a social worker visit in regards to this matter and for you to speak with him. Again, I'm not comfortable taking this plea on this, so we'll reset this until next Tuesday.
Can we do next Thursday, Your Honor? He's
Next,
ready to be released. So.
I know, well, I have some issues with his competency, and
Okay.
if you want to put it on Thursday,
Eliminate it.
I'm not the judge on Thursday, so I'll be back next, as you know, next Tuesday, so.
Sure.
I'd prefer to see him myself instead of placing
Sure.
him with another judge having to deal with it. I have some issues with his competency. I need for you to have a social worker visit with him to make sure that he's competent to enter into this plea.
Sure.
Okay? All right, courtroom number 2.
Your Honor.
We're complete with Mr. Young this morning.
Next Tuesday, right?
Yes, sir. Yes,
I'm sorry.
Mr. White. You're fine.
We're ready to go forward with the plea with Mr. Brooks.
Okay. He's agreeable to stay medication compliant?
Yes, he is, Judge.
Okay. Okay, so if we could have Mr. Brooks back. All right, let's see, anything further before I take the plea, Mr. White?
No, nothing from the defense, Judge.
Nothing
Ms.
from the state.
Wall? Okay. Mr. Brooks, it's my understanding that in case 25 CR 0000234J, you wish to plead guilty to criminal trespass and damage to property and criminal trespass, is that correct?
If I already said some other stuff before, and if I plead guilty, that means I'll be leaving in the next 24 hours.
Yes, many times we've been over that.
Okay, so I plead guilty.
Okay. Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol at the present time?
Also, no.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yep.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on these charges and that by pleading guilty to them, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Would you just say one more time?
Yes, you have a right to have a jury trial on these charges, but because you're pleading guilty to them, you're giving up that right. Do you understand that?
Yep.
Has anybody forced you or coerced you to plead guilty?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna accept the plea as negotiated, Mr. Brooks, with the addition that you're to say medication compliant, okay?
Okay.
Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Next, we can go to position number 41 through 43, Mr. Walker.
And Your Honor, that's going to be a negotiated plea. You would not have that announcement yet.
Okay, thank you. Good morning, Mr. Walker. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Can you raise your right hand for me, please, sir? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Okay, you can place your hand down. Thank you, Mr. Walker. Yes, Ms. McConkey.
Yes, Your Honor. The state's recommendation for Mr. Walker is 12 months to serve 42 days, credit for time served 21 days, balance probated that he undergo an FVIP that FVIP will run concurrent to his other case, 25 CR 0215C. We had originally asked for no further contact with Tiamishan Walker. Our office has spoken with Ms. Walker, and she has told our office that she would prefer no further violent contact. So the state's recommendation in regards to contact is no further violent contact.
Okay, Mr. White?
In regards to position 42, the state's recommendation is 12 months to serve 90 days, credit for time served, 17 days, balance probated, an FVIP that he undergo 40 hours of community service. He have no firearms, and that is for count 1. Count 2 will be 12 months to run concurrent with count 1. Count 3 will be 12 months to run concurrent with count 1. Again, in this case, we had asked for no further contact with the victims, Shantae Shepard and Kanaya Shepard, as well as a stay away. But we have spoken with Ms. Shepard, who is the defendant's mother, and she has asked that they have no further violent contact. She does agree with the plea, except for in regards to the issue of contact. And she did tell our office that they plan for the defendant to go live with his father. So again, we are amending our recommendation to no further violent contact with the victims in that case. And will be null crossing position 43, the FTA. I would just ask the court to sound for the victims in this case if they are on the Zoom, these cases.
Mr. Walker, Ms. Shepard, either Ms. Shepard's are on the line and wish to address the court, now is your opportunity. Mr. White?
Your Honor, we have no objection, obviously, with the no further violent contact changes, and just ask you to accept the plea as negotiated.
Okay. Mr. Walker, it's my understanding that in case 24 CR 0000911C, you wish to plead guilty to simple battery, family violence, and in case 25 CR 0000215C, you wish to plead guilty to battery, family violence, simple battery, family violence, and giving false information to law enforcement. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol at the present time?
No, Your Honor.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on these charges, and that by pleading guilty to them, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, Your Honor.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Mr. Walker. Good luck to you, sir.
You too.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Next, we can go to position number 18, Mr. Rayon Lloyd. No, they don't.
Oh, they don't need
What are we doing with Mr. Lloyd this morning?
I'm sorry, Judge. I need to speak with him. I missed that. That's my fault.
Okay, no, you're fine. So courtroom 2, can we make Mr. Lloyd available for Mr. White, please?
Excuse me, Your Honor. Can I ask Tom a question?
Sure.
For position number 46, Mr. Brian Wilson, do we need him today?
No, he's going to be entering not guilty. It's going to be a waiver.
Tom, he would like to speak to you.
Okay.
Your Honor, if we could go to ACDC, but Kim is currently on the phone, and I don't have.
Okay, so as soon as, so Mr. White is gonna be on the phone as well. So as soon as one of them is available, just let me know, okay?
Okay.
All right, so I guess we'll be in recess until either Ms. Kim or Mr. White is available. And courtroom 2, just so you know, we do have the Spanish interpreter on the line now, so I'm not sure who needs the interpreter, but Ms. Chancey's here with us. Good morning, Ms.
Thank
Chancey.
you. Good morning, Your Honor. Good morning, Your Honor. Are you ready for ACDC or are you still waiting on courtroom 2?
Yes, good morning, Officer Milton. Both Mr. White and Ms. Kim are speaking with clients right now. So
Okay.
as soon as they come back, I will come to you at ACDC. Who do we have at ACDC?
Petition number 6, Miss Amanda Crowder.
Okay, and Ms. Crowder is represented by Ms. Kim, it appears, so I'll be with you as soon as Ms. Kim is available, okay?
Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you.
Your Honor, if we can go to Kim's client, that's the interpreted case.
Okay.
position number 35. Mrs. Sanchez.
Your Honor, I have to interview the client with the Spanish interpreter.
All right, so I have the need for the interpreters being positions 30 and 32.
Yes, that's what I have, Your Honor.
Okay. So is this Mr. Reyes Contreras?
No, Your Honor.
Oh.
Okay, and this is Mr. Sanchez?
He doesn't need a Spanish interpreter. He is fluent but he wants to do a pro se plea, Your Honor.
And you spoke with him, Mr. Kim, Ms. Kim?
Yes, yesterday we met, yes.
Okay, and why is it that you're not representing him?
He does have another case, 35. Hold on, please, Your Honor. He has another case that felony charges, so we don't know exactly how taking a plea will impact his other cases. So I couldn't recommend him to take the deal.
Okay, is he in custody on those other charges or the other
Yes.
charges?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Kim. Mr. Sanchez, good morning. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar. You have a right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. You have a right to have an attorney present at these proceedings. We provided you with the assistance of a public defender today. It's my understanding that you wish to proceed without the assistance of the public defender. Is that correct? You have to speak up for me, sir. Okay, I still can't hear you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and do you understand what Ms. Kim is saying? Given that you are in custody on another charge, she'd like to be able to speak with whomever's representing you on that other charge to make sure that if you plead guilty to these charges, that won't negatively affect you and those other charges. Would you allow Ms. Kim to do some additional research and maybe come back to me to take this plea at another time?
Yes.
Is that what you want to do this morning?
Yes.
Okay, so Ms. Kim, are you there with me?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you, would a week,
Sure.
give you enough time to investigate, Ms. Kim?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so Mr. Sanchez, you're gonna see me back here next week. If you want to go ahead with the plea at that time, I'll go ahead and accept it. And I'll give Ms. Kim the opportunity to research your other charges to make sure that she can properly advise you on what you should or shouldn't do, okay? Okay, so I'm gonna reset your case 1 week till next Tuesday, and I'll see you back here next Tuesday, sir. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. And can we make the person who needs the Spanish interpreter available to Ms. Kim? I believe that's position 30 and 32, Mr. Reyes Contreras.
He'll be put on at medical.
Okay, so as soon as we have him available, we'll put Ms. Kim into a breakout room.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Chancey. I appreciate you, your patience this morning. Ms. Kim, I believe your client is at ACDC. Can we go ahead and do that case? Officer
Yes, Your
Milton?
Honor. Yes, that is negotiated plea, Your Honor.
Okay, tell me the name again.
Crowder, position number 6.
Okay. Good morning, Ms. Crowder. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay, you can place your hand down. Thank you. Let's see, either Ms. McCockey or Ms. Falk, you with me? Thank you.
This is position 6, Miranda Crowder.
That's correct.
Okay. The state's recommendation for Ms. Crowder for count 1 is 12 months to run concurrent to count 2, the balance be probated and that she undergo an ADET. For count 2, the state's recommendation is 12 months to serve 164 days, credit for time served 82 days, balance probated that she take a parenting class and comply with any DFACS recommendations or orders. I would ask the defense to stipulate to venue, factual basis, and identification.
Yes, we do.
Okay, anything further, Ms. Kim?
Nothing further from defense except that she does not have a, maybe after completing all these classes, probation can be terminated.
Okay. I'll have it go to a non-reporting status, Ms. Kim, so that she won't have to pay the fees.
Sure.
Ms. Crowder, you've been charged in case 25 CR 000-371E with public drunk and reckless conduct. It's my understanding that you wish to plead guilty to those two charges. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No, sir.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with her representation?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on these charges and that by pleading guilty to them, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury? Do you hear my question, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and do you understand that you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Ms. Crowder. When you complete the terms of the probation, it'll go to a non-reporting status. So the sooner you get it done, the sooner you won't be on reporting probation and have to pay those fees, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, good luck to you, ma'am.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Next, Your Honor, we can go to position number 36, Mr. Sandberry.
Okay. What are we doing with Mr. Sandberry this morning?
This is negotiated plea, Your Honor.
Good morning, Mr. Sandberry. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Can you raise your right hand for me, please, sir? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I don't get it.
Okay, you can place your hand down. Thank you. Yes, Ms. McConkey.
Your Honor, the state's recommendation for Mr. Sandberry is 12 months to serve 30 days, credit for time served 14 days. The balance be probated, that he take an anti-theft course and have no further contact with Mr. Roger Hodge. I would ask the defense to stipulate to venue, factual basis, and identification.
Yes, we do.
And if the court could sound for Mr. Hodge if he's on the Zoom.
Mr. Hodge is with us and wishes to address the court. Now is your opportunity.
Yeah.
And Ms. McConkey, you did not, didn't want this to be a time served plea?
No, Your Honor.
Anything further, Ms. Kim?
Nothing further from defense except that he does not have employment. So maybe upon the completion of the anti-theft course, the probation can be terminated, Your Honor.
Okay.
Mr. White, or did you?
Mr. Sandberry, it's my understanding that in case
So what are you doing?
17 CR 028221F, you wish to plead guilty to theft by taking, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol at the present time?
No, sir.
He said he pleaded guilty.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with her representation?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Sir.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Mr. Sandberry. When you complete the anti-theft course, the probation will terminate. So the sooner you get that done, the sooner you won't be on probation, okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
All right, good luck to you, Mr. Sandberry.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Your Honor, we could go to position number 46, Mr. Brian Wilson.
Okay, so that's not going to be a waiver, Mr. White?
No, Judge, he's changed his mind. He'd like to enter a plea.
Okay,
The alleged victim is on Zoom and he would like her to speak.
good morning, Mr. Wilson. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Can you raise your right hand for me, please, sir? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can place your hand down. Thank you. Ms. McConkey?
Yes, Your Honor. The state's recommendation is 12 months to serve 180 days, credit for time served 19 days. The balance be probated, no further contact with the victim, Jernaria Smith, that he undergo an FVIP, and of course have no firearms in his possession. That is for count 1, the simple battery family violence. Count 2 will merge with count 1, and count 3, the simple assault family violence, will run concurrent with count 1. Our office did speak with Ms. Smith, who stated that she would like no further violent contact, but aside from that, she is okay with the remainder of the plea. The defendant does have a pretty violent history, which is why we're asking for no further contact, despite Ms. Smith's request for no further violent contact.
Okay, and does he have a history with Ms. Smith, Ms. Makaki?
To my understanding, the violence is not with Ms. Smith.
Okay. Ms. Smith, if you're on the line and wish to address the court, now is your opportunity to do so. I'll need for you to unmute yourself, activate your camera, and I'll have to swear you in if you choose to address the court. Okay, either I don't see her on the line, or she doesn't wish to address the court, Mr. White.
All right. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, did you speak with her, Mr. White?
No, I did not. I was told that she was on. I did not see her on, but
Okay. And has your office spoken with her, Ms. Makaki?
Yes, our office has spoken with her.
And
She did
again,
indicate that she would be on the Zoom, but I don't see her.
okay, and as far as contact, what did she indicate to you?
She indicated that she would like no further violent contacts.
Okay, thank you. Mr. White?
Mr. Wilson, do you still want to go forward?
So I just talked to Mr. White to the court. I just want to address the court. He told me that in so many words, it would be illegal for him to speak with her. So I don't know how true that is, but I was just trying to figure out, make sure all the bases was covered. And I had a complicated understanding on what they meant by time served. Instead of him explaining it to me in a proper manner, he wants to get frustrated and keep talking to me like I'm a dog. So that was like real frustrating. The phone over here is breaking up and it's real bad connection. So I did not get a clear understanding on what Mr. White was saying. And I just wanted to address the court so I can get a clear understanding respectfully with the court. So I don't even understand what's really going on right now.
If we could put him in a breakout, we probably won't have the connection issues. But apparently one of the jail phones is breaking up really badly.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
but I feel like you should still be able to be patient with me as as your caseload or whatever, because you was being very, very, very rude on that phone. And that got me a little emotional, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not like that.
okay, so we'll be patient with you, Mr. Wilson. And so what I'm going to tell Mr. White is that so he can communicate it to you is that because of what I've been told by the prosecutor, that there has not been any previous violence against Ms. Smith, and that Ms. Smith wants to have no further violent contact, I am going to order that there's no further violent contact. If you want to take a plea, I will accept her wishes. So if we can.
I'm not really sure what the plea is, though.
Okay, well, and I'm going to give you the opportunity to talk to Mr. White again so he can explain it to you. If you don't want to take it, or if you're not satisfied with Mr. White's services, what I'll do is we will turn it to the division judge, and you'll get notification of your next hearing date on the matter. So let's talk with Mr. White. We'll place you into a breakout room. We'll probably have to take Mr. Wilson at the end of the calendar so that the court will be cleared so that we can have a place for him to have a breakout room. Is that okay with you, courtroom 2?
If he could just do the breakout room right now, it'll be fine.
Okay, and are we making arrangements for Ms. Kim and the interpreter case?
And they were saying that she wasn't on the screen, but she was on the screen as her middle name, Jamira. I saw it pop up myself.
Okay, Mr. Wilson, I sounded for her, and I gave her the opportunity to come. I don't see her on the screen at the present time, but if she does come back, I'm happy to hear from her, okay? All right, so courtroom 2, tell me, what would you like for me to do now?
Go into the breakout room, Your Honor.
Okay, so we will go into the breakout room with courtroom 2 and Mr. White. As such, we'll be in recess until they return.
Okay, Judge.
Oh, she is. So she-
Okay, I see it.
And Your Honor, if you can hear me.
Yes, Mr. White.
So 46 is back to a not guilty,
Okay,
but on a waiver.
all right. Wait, yes, it's gonna be a waiver.
We are ready with position 18 is going to be a negotiated plea. Whatever jail courtroom 2 is ready for, but I never
Okay,
know that that'll be a plea.
thank you.
Uh-huh.
Your Honor, my other clients at ACDC, position number 10 to 11 and 12 to 13, they are going to be both reset to competency calendar, Your Honor.
Okay, so 10 and 11, Hinton,
Yes, Your Honor.
and what's the
Michelle.
date of the competency calendar, Ms. Kim?
Yes,
Do we know what the date is, Ms. Kim?
Thursday, this Thursday, Your Honor.
Not, I'm being told not this Thursday.
Okay, next Thursday, Your Honor.
Okay, do you know what date that is?
I'll look it up, Your
The
Honor.
6th? Okay, it's
I
the
believe
6th.
it's the 6th, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. So, 2-6 for positions 10 and 11. Did you make another announcement, Ms. Kim?
Michelle Holmes, 12 to 13.
Okay, and what's the announcement on Ms. Holmes?
February 6, 25, 11 a.m., reset to competence calendar.
I'm sorry, tell me the date again.
The 6th, Your
The
Honor?
sixth, the sixth as well? Okay,
Yes.
okay, thank you. And Ms. Kim, while I've got you, what about, if, I'm not sure if they're yours or not, positions 37, then 38 and 39? Have you had a chance to speak with those?
Yes, 37, Your Honor, give me 1 second. 37 will be not guilty.
Okay, so a waiver will be filed in position
Yes.
37, Mr. Spotsville. And what about 38, Demazi Stokes?
I was not able to talk to him yet. However, I spoke with Sandberry, Your Honor. That is gonna be negotiated plea.
Your Honor,
We've already taken care of Mr. Sandberry,
Right.
36. Right, so we've already taken Mr. Sandberry's plea, and you say that Stokes you have not spoken with yet?
No, I have not been able to talk to him.
Okay,
Excuse me, Your Honor.
yes,
I'm position 37, Mr. Spotsville. I asked Ms. Kemp for a reset. I didn't ask her for a not guilty.
Oh,
okay,
he wants to do reset to Thursday. I apologize. But
okay. So if Mr. Spotsville, I'm happy to reset you. If you want to speak back with me, I'll reset you for another one of my calendars, which will be next Tuesday, okay?
That's fine.
Okay, so we'll reset you to, I believe that's 2/4, all right?
All right, thank you.
Okay, I'll see you back next week.
thank you.
Your Honor, position number 38 and 39, Mr. Stokes, he refused. He's a refusal.
Okay, so, do you want me to reset him as well, Ms. Kim, till next Tuesday?
Sure.
Or what do you want to do? You want me to reset him? All right,
Reset to next Tuesday is fine, Your Honor.
okay. So 38 and 39 will be 2/4 as well.
Your Honor, on 38 and 39, if he's a refusal, just out of curiosity, would that necessitate a social worker visit or no?
Ms. Kim, does he need a social worker visit?
I assume so, Your Honor.
Okay,
Yes.
so let's have a social worker visit with him so
Sure.
that, along with you, Ms. Kim, if he'll see you to see what's going on with him, okay?
Sure.
Thank you, Ms. Falk. 38 and 39 will be reset till next Tuesday, and there'll be a social worker visit before that time.
Thank you.
And Ms. Kim, just for my knowledge, when you say DNA, tell me what the DNA means.
Did not appear.
Oh, did not appear.
We
Okay.
waited at the interview booth for a long time, but no one shows up.
Okay, you're fine. I just needed to
No problem.
to know what it was. All right.
Your Honor, are we ready to continue in quorum two?
Okay. Who do we have?
Oh. Position number 18, Mr. Lloyd.
Okay. So my understanding that Mr. Lloyd was going to be a waiver.
No, Judge, this is the
No?
one that I spoke with. He's a plea.
Okay. Good morning, Mr. Lloyd. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Can you raise your right hand for me, please, sir? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Sir.
Okay, you can place your hand down. Thank you. Yes, Ms. Falk.
Yes, Your Honor. The state's recommendation on this on count 1, the simple battery family violence, is 12 months or 30 days. Credit for time served 15 days from January 14th, 2025 to today. Balance probated. No further contact with Chrisia Moore. Stay away from 5557 Sturbridge Way in Atlanta and Family Violence Intervention Program. count 2 would merge with count 1. We would like to see if Kurasaya Moore is available to speak at this time, and we would sound for her. And do ask the defense to stipulate to venue, factual basis, and identification for the purposes of the plea. That's all for the state.
Thank you. If Ms. Moore is on the line and wishes to address the court, now is your opportunity to do so. Doesn't appear so. Mr. White?
Your Honor, we do stipulate for the purposes of plea and just ask that you accept the plea as negotiated.
Okay. Mr. Lord, it's my understanding that in case 25 CR 0002660F, you wish to plead guilty to simple battery family violence. Is that correct? Say it again for me.
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No, Your Honor.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, Your Honor.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated. Mr. Lloyd, good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
You want to ask a question?
Oh, yeah, I had a question too for Mr. White. I wanted to know, am I able to one time get an officer to go and get my clothes and stuff that's there at the address?
Okay, I'll place that.
State doesn't object.
Okay, I'll place that in the order, Mr. Lord. I'll give you a one-time police escort to retrieve any belongings that you have at that address, okay?
All right, thank you.
All right.
Good luck, Mr.
I have position 30 through 32, Mr. Reyes, and he's in need of the Spanish interpreter.
Okay, so we have Madam Interpreter on the line, and Ms. Kim, are you with me?
Yes. I'm
Okay, so we'll place medical, Madam Interpreter and Ms. Kim into a breakout room, please.
Very briefly, Your Honor, before they're placed in the breakout room, I see that he has a third case, 25 CR 00192Y, simple assault, criminal trespass, and another simple assault. I did not see that one, so I did not provide an offer for that case. So we could.
Ms. Falk did. It's position 2. So,
Okay.
I'm sorry, position 3, not 2. Sorry.
That is correct. ASG Makake, we're good to go.
Okay, just wanted to make sure that I didn't
No
miss
problem.
anything.
Okay. So we'll place, and who do we have in courtroom 2?
Position number 7, Mr. Derek Davis. Correction, Your Honor. Position number 8 and 9, Mr. Jamal Davis.
And is this your client, Mr. White?
It is, Judge. This is a negotiated plea.
Okay. Good morning, Mr. Davis. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Can you raise your right hand for me, please, sir? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, sir. Ms. Falk?
Yes, Your Honor. The state's recommendation is 12 months served 28 days, credit for time served 14 days. We would ask that it's from June 27th to June 28th of 2024 and January 17th, 2025 until today. Balance probated, 12 hours of anger management. I'm just looking at a note from, okay. The victim would like no further contact and a stay away order. We did have an opportunity to speak with the victim. She does agree with the plea, but would also like a stay away from her residence, which I'll put in the chat, her residence address, and a no further contact. And so that is a small amendment to the plea recommendation, and we're also requesting a BHET. That's all for the state. We would like to sound for Ms. Raquel Ransom, and we do ask the defense to stipulate to the venue, factual basis, and identification for the purposes of the plea.
Do you need to speak with him regarding that change, Mr. White?
I can just ask him right now and make sure he understands. And
okay, let me see if Ms. Ms. Ransom's on the line. Ms. Raquel Ransom is with us and wishes to address the court. Now is your opportunity. Okay, go ahead, Mr. White.
All right, Mr. Davis, you understand, okay, the plea has changed slightly from what we talked about yesterday. You can no longer have any contact with Ms. Ransom, and you have to stay away from her address. Does that change your mind as to whether or not you want to enter a guilty plea?
Uh-huh.
What's that?
I said no.
Okay, so you're okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay, we can go forward, Judge, and we stipulate for the purpose of the plea.
Okay. Mr. Davis, do you have any belongings at Ms. Ransom's address that you're gonna need to get?
Yes.
Okay, then I'll allow you to go back there on one occasion with law enforcement to get those belongings, okay?
Judge, we would ask that you waive 3 months of probation fees to allow him to get set up.
Okay, does he have a job?
I don't believe he has one currently.
Okay, Mr. Davis, it's my understanding that in case 24 CR 004197B, you wish to plead guilty to simple battery, is that correct?
Yes.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol at the present time?
No.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes. But
You
I-
understand?
But-
You have a
No.
question that you need to ask Mr. White?
Yes. I just want to know my release date.
Like we talked about yesterday, it'd be within the next 24 hours.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. So my last question, Mr. Davis, you've been represented by Mr. White. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Mr. Davis. Let's see, I'll waive 2 months of your probation fees to help you get a job and to help you get back on your feet. I'll give you a one-time escort with police to get any belongings that you need to get from Ms. Ransom's address. When you complete the terms of the probation, I'll have it go to a non-reporting status. So the sooner you get it done, the sooner you won't be on reporting probation and have to pay those fees, okay?
Okay.
All right. Good luck to you, Mr. Davis.
And Your Honor, the state is entering a null pros to position 9 of his of this calendar, which is the FTA.
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Ford.
Next, we go to position number 25, Mr. McBride.
Okay. That's also gonna be a negotiated plea.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Good morning, Mr. McBride. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Can you raise your right hand for me, please, sir? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Ms. McConkey.
The state's recommendation for Mr. McBride is 12 months to serve 26 days, credit for time served 13 days, that the balance be probated and he pay a $500 fine as well as take an anti-theft course, and that he stay away from the Walmart located at 6149 Old National Highway in South Fulton. I would ask the defense to stipulate to venue, factual basis, and identification.
Judge, we stipulate, we would just ask to convert his fine to 50 hours of community service and waive 2 months of probation fees.
Okay. Take it there's no objection to the 50 hours of community service as opposed to the $500 fine, Ms. McConkey?
No objection, Your Honor. We'll leave that in your discretion.
Okay. Mr. McBride, it's my understanding that in case 22 CR 002518D, you wish to plead guilty to theft by shoplifting, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol at the present time?
No, Your Honor.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, Your Honor.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Mr. McBride. I think you should be able to get through this relatively quickly, so I'm not going to waive any fees, but I will have it terminate once you complete the terms of the probation.
Well, I
Yeah,
just,
but you-
in prison, I just did 3 years. So I'm gonna need some time, because I'm just getting out. I'm doing 3 years in prison. So I'm gonna need some time to pay the fine. I'm be on parole. I might get off parole soon, so I don't know when probation gonna start, because they paroled me out to the jail. So I'm saying, so I don't get off parole till the end of December.
Okay,
I'm
so
serving. I'm
are-
serving. So
do you have a job at the present time or something lined up?
no, I don't have a job.
Okay,
I'm not-
okay. So I'll give you 2 months to try to get something lined up and get yourself a job so you can get this. You should be able to do the community service quickly once you get out, and the anti-theft class. Hopefully you'll be able to do that quickly. So I'll give you 2 months to get that done and get on your feet. So I'll waive 2 months of those fees. And when you complete the terms of the probation, it'll terminate. So the sooner you get it done, the sooner you're not going to be on probation or have to pay those fees, okay? So maybe you can get all that done in the first 2 months.
I'm gonna will it start after parole or will it start now? When I get out today. So I'm on parole. I don't get off parole till December, so that's what I'm asking. Does it start after parole or?
Your parole is different. Your probation will start immediately.
Okay, all right, that's what I want to know.
Yeah.
All right, good luck to you, sir.
All right.
Your Honor, that's all for quorum 2.
Okay, position number 15, Mr. Latif. Is he in Cobb, or where, do we know where he is?
McBride,
With him.
McBride, excellent.
Say it again?
He's a waiver, Judge. I spoke with him this
Oh,
morning.
he's gonna be a waiver? Okay. Thank you. Position 15. Okay, and aside from the interpreter case, does that take care of everyone on the 9 o'clock calendar?
Judge, position 17, Miss Lloyd. She's in the female observation unit there at the jail, is last I heard. I will need to speak with her, but other than that, I believe.
Okay, I have the announcement on position 17 as it's reset until 2/4. Is that not the case?
Oh, you're right, Judge. I'm sorry.
Okay, no, you're fine. I just want to make sure.
That's correct.
All right, and Mr. White, on the DV bench warrant calendar, are you representing any of those people?
I haven't, but I can, if especially if Miss Kim is still.
Okay. It's not quite 10:30 yet, and this calendar doesn't start till 11, so I don't know, if you have their numbers and they can jump on earlier, we can take them earlier, but that's up to you.
I will see what I can find out, Judge.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. And we'll be in recess, I guess. Good morning, Mr. Chataya. Are you with me? I just wanted to acknowledge that you're here at the SAP. I normally see you at the SEA calendar, so it's good to see you this morning. Okay, we'll be in recess. Let's address him. Mr. Paul Sedmak, good morning, sir. Do you have business with the court this morning?
Yes, Your Honor, I do. NACO Person.
What's the last name?
Person. Person.
Position 29, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Sedmak, that was a waiver today, which means that the case is going to be returned to the division judge, and Mr. Person's going to get notification of his next hearing date. I'm sure that the solicitor's office will stay in touch with you to let you know when that next hearing is, okay?
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. I saw you there, and I just wanted to make sure that I addressed you so you didn't have to sit in.
I appreciate it. I didn't know what,
You're
I
fine.
wasn't sure what was going on.
You're
Thank you so
fine.
much.
I'm happy to have you here, but I'm sure you might have other things to do this morning.
Yes, sir. Thank
All right.
you.
Have a good day. They'll be
You
in touch
too.
with you. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Your Honor, I just texted Miss Kim about the DV bench warrant case, and apparently one's a conflict and one's a private attorney, so we won't be
Okay.
handling it.
Great. Thank you, Mr. White. I appreciate it.
No worries.
Ms. Dion Mack? Good morning, Ms. Mack. Do you have business before the court this morning? You're on mute there, Ms. Mack.
LeBron Jones.
Okay.
Did they put it off again?
I don't have a Jones on my calendar, Ms. Mack. This is the state court calendar. Do you know what?
He's
Do
in Folsom.
you know if you're in the right court?
Well, the victim impact lady just called and said he's going to court this morning, that I could get on here.
Okay. It might be someone else's
Okay.
calendar.
Okay.
Miss
Thanks,
Mack,
Mari.
let me check and see if I can figure out which calendar you're scheduled to be on, okay? And I
Okay.
can type to you in the chat if that works for you.
Okay.
Okay, great.
Thank you, Ms. Falk.
Your Honor, we do have an announcement. It will be waiver of arraignment. He's pleading not guilty.
Okay, so this is for positions number 3.
Será una renuncia al convenio declaratorio. Él se va a declarar inocente.
And
32. Wait,
okay, and 30 and
31, 32.
31 and 32. Okay,
30, 31 y 32.
And he's also position 3.
Mhm.
That is correct.
Y también la posición 3.
Mr. Contreras, your case will be returned to the division judge and you'll get notification of your next hearing date, sir.
Señor Contreras, su caso va a ser devuelto al juez de distrito y usted va a obtener una notificación para su próxima audiencia, señor.
Good luck to you, sir.
Buena suerte, señor. Thank you.
Ms. Chancey, thank you so much. We appreciate your help this morning.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
You do the same.
Bye-bye.
Okay, I believe that completes the 9 o'clock calendar. Ms. Strong is with me. As soon as she's ready, we'll go over the calendar.
Position number 1 was waived arraignment, reset jail jury. Position number 2 was a plea. Position number 3 was waived arraignment, reset jail jury. Position number 4 and 5 were transferred to Superior Court. Position number 6 was a plea. 7 and 8 were a plea. Position number 9 was null pros. 10 is being reset to next Thursday's SAP competency calendar. Also for position 11, 12, and 13 reset for next week's competency calendar. Position number 14 is reset for February the 11th SAP calendar. 15 and 16 waived arraignment, reset jail jury. 17 reset for next Tuesday's SAP calendar. 18 was a plea. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 were all reset for next Tuesday's SAP calendar. 25 was a plea. 26 is waived arraignment, reset jail jury. Also for position number 27. 28 was a plea. 29, waived arraignment, reset jail jury. 30, 31, 32 were all reset jail jury. 33 was a plea. 34 was released. 35 is reset for next Tuesday's SAP calendar. 36 was a plea. 37 is being reset for next Tuesday's SAP calendar. Also for position number 38 with the social worker visit. 39 is also reset for next Tuesday's SAP calendar. 40 waived arraignment, reset jail jury, and it needs to be assigned a conflict attorney. 41, 42 were a plea. 43 was null pros. 44 and 45 will be transferred to Superior Court. 46 waived arraignment, reset jail jury, and 47 is reset for next Tuesday's SAP calendar with a social work visit.
Any questions, concerns? Okay, it's not quite 10:45 yet. The next calendar begins at 11, so we'll be in recess until the DV bench warrant calendar. Ms. Falk?
Your Honor, I do have a question for Ms. Strong. Position number 14, what was the date of that reset? I had 2/11, but I wasn't sure.
That's what I have.
Okay, thank you. I was just making sure I didn't put it too far out.
Okay, thank you.
No, we did that because he has another court date, the 7th.
Got it. Thank you.
Okay, we'll be in recess until someone comes on for the 11 o'clock calendar. Mr. Justin Gray, are you with me?
Yes, sir, I'm right here.
Yes, good morning, Mr. Gray. You're going to be represented by Attorney Lynn, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Do you have her number?
I do not. I have the number to the actual law firm.
Okay, if you wouldn't mind calling the firm and asking this to speak with her and just seeing if she can jump on a little bit early so that if she can get on a little bit early for us, but I can go ahead and take you and have you going on about your day.
Yes, sir, that'd be greatly appreciated. 1 second.
Okay, just let me know. Thank you, Mr. Gray.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So I'm currently in court right now, and the judge is asking for a yes, sir.
Yes, Mr. Gray.
I just got off the phone with him. He said that my attorney is finishing up something in Taylor County, and she's aware of it, and she's coming up shortly.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, he said wait on her report.
Okay, we'll be with you as soon as she joins us.
All right, appreciate it.
Who do we have on from the Tucker Law Firm?
Hey, good morning, Your Honor. I'm just logging in. Miss Kyra Lynn is on her way. She has a conflict, so she's asking just to hold for her report. She's in Taylor County, so she should be logging on shortly.
Okay, very good. I appreciate that.
No problem. Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
And the client is on.
Yes, he is.
Good morning. Can I be heard?
Yes, good morning, Ms. Lynn. Thank you for jumping on a bit early for us. I have your client, Mr. Justin Gray, here also this morning.
Good
Let's
morning.
see.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Mr. Gray, can you come on camera for me, please, sir?
Yes,
All
sir.
right.
I'm right here.
Yes, good morning again, Mr. Gray. This is the DV bench warrant calendar. Ms. McConkey, I take it that Mr. Gray missed a court date?
Yes, Your Honor. It looks like he missed a court date in front of Judge Richardson on November 20th of 2024. It looked like the notice for that court date was sent on the 14th of October to the address at Fortune Point in Atlanta.
Ms. Lynn?
Yes, Your Honor, that's correct. And please forgive my background noise. I'm in a courthouse in Taylor County.
You're fine, Ms. Lynn.
Thank you, Judge. Correct. It's my understanding there was a notice issue. Mr. Gray did relocate, Your Honor, and I don't believe a change of address was done. And that's what caused the confusion. We've explained to him now that if he ever relocates, he does need to contact the clerk's office to ensure that the court has an accurate address. So we'd like to give him an opportunity to do that today, and we're asking that the bench warrant be lifted.
Okay. He'll need to go ahead. So he hasn't, as of yet, you're telling me, updated his address?
I don't believe so, Mr. Gray. If you could confirm that, have you completed a change of address in the clerk's office?
Yes. Well, I have not completed that. I do have my lease right here. This is the lease that I just signed, so I am relocated in Virginia. But the address that the mail was sent to, I left that address of April of 2024, and I moved to Virginia in October 2024. So
Okay, so Mr. Gray, it's going to be incumbent upon you to make.
Yes, it's not.
So it's going to be incumbent upon you to make sure that the court has a updated address from you anytime that you move. So you're going to need to go ahead and update that address so that you can get proper notices in the future. It's this court's policy that I'll set aside the first bench warrant. But if you miss another court date, I'm not going to set it aside the next time. So I'll set this one aside. You update your address, and you keep in contact with the court to make sure that you don't miss another court date, okay?
Very understandable, and I appreciate that.
Okay, and Ms. Lynn, the court require you to go ahead and set that aside, do the paperwork to set the bench warrant aside, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor. Do I need to send an order to the court?
Yes, please. If you can send it to Ms. Casey Strong. Okay, and if you can either we'll put the address in the chat, or we'll send it to you. Okay.
Thank you for the courtesy, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you for jumping on a bit early for us. Mr. Gray, have a good rest of your day.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, thank you, sir. You do the same.
May I have excuse?
Yes, Ms. Lynn, you may be excused. Did you have a question for me, Mr. Gray?
No, sir. That's all.
Okay. Y'all have a good day. Thank you.
Right.
Thank you, Judge.
You
Thank you.
Okay. All right, it's a little bit before 11. We'll give Mr. Willis the opportunity to jump on at 11 if he chooses.
Your Honor, Mr. Willis is represented by a conflict attorney.
Do you know which attorney, Ms. Kim?
No, it doesn't say that, Your Honor. It only has a conflict attorney needed. So I sent out email yesterday.
Okay. And have we been able to confirm or not?
Either Ms. McLeod or Mr. Can't think of the other conflict person. One of them.
All right. Good morning, Mr. Willis.
Good morning, Your Honor. How are you? I'm sorry about that.
I'm doing well. No, you're fine, Mr. Willis. Let's see. Mr. Willis, can you come into frame for me?
Yes, sir, I'm right
Okay,
here.
there you go. Have you heard from, it's my understanding that we would assign a conflict attorney for your case this morning. Have you heard from any attorneys regarding this matter?
No, sir. I've never heard from anyone in the last 2 years. I was waiting on a court date. I missed the first court date, the second court date. There was a sign via Zoom. Never came.
Okay.
Also,
So hold on just 1 second for me. Miss Grace, are you there with me, or is Mr. Jordan with me?
Miss Grace, Judge.
Yes, Miss Grace. Do we know if a conflict attorney has been assigned?
No, sir. I can
Okay.
check to see with Miss McLeod.
All right. I'm just concerned if they haven't been notified as of yet that. So I'm happy to have you speak with an attorney, Mr. Willis. You can I can either reset this for another date so that we can assign you a conflict attorney, or you can proceed pro se this morning. That means without the advice of an attorney. I don't know what cases that you've missed, but if it turns out that it's adverse to you, I'm happy to assign you an attorney. Would you like to proceed pro se this morning?
Can I ask a question, Your Honor?
Sure.
What would I need the attorney for?
Well, just to advise you, I mean, if I did not set aside the bench warrant, then they would have to advise you as to your next move or so let me just hear about the case first, and then
Okay.
I'll have you decide what you want to do. Ms. McConkey, I take it that Mr. Willis missed the court date?
Excuse me,
Yes, he
Your Honor.
paid.
My name is Wills. Also, my name on that
Oh.
paper that you'll have is wrong. I told the court that they said they didn't, it's not their business. The officer did it.
Oh, okay. So your last name is Wills, W-I-L-L-S?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, yeah, thank you for letting me know. I apologize, Mr. Wills. Yes, Miss McConkey.
Yes, it looks like Mr. Wills failed to appear before Judge Besson on December 2nd of 2024. I also do see that he turned in an address change on January 25th of this year. So if we could just confirm his new address is the Garrison Drive address.
600 Garrison Drive. You said the
Yes.
25th of this month?
We received that address change on the 9th of this month.
That is correct. That's Garrison and Buckhead.
Okay,
And the date that he missed was December 2nd of 2024.
all right. So, Mr. Wills, it's incumbent upon you to make sure that if you have any changes of address, that you inform the court right away so you don't miss court date. It's my practice to set aside the first time, set aside the warrant the first time. So I'm going to set this aside, given that you've gone ahead and changed your address. But keep in touch with the court and make sure you don't miss any further court dates. Otherwise, they won't be set aside the next time, okay?
Yes, sir, Your Honor. I also have a question. For the court date being that this is going on several years now, when would this actually go to, like, I don't know, to be trial, like what's going to happen with this? Because I moved here and
Okay, so hold on, Mr. Wills. Let me just say you have a right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. I would advise you, you're in in Judge Besson's court. So I would advise you to call her staff and possibly see if you can move your case along. Do you have counsel in the matter?
no, I did not have any counsel in the matter. I was represented by a state's attorney at a point when the case was picked up, when I
Okay.
first got charged.
All right. Have any of your financial circumstances changed since that time?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you can either, if they've changed in a negative way, you can apply for the services of a conflict attorney. And I'd advise you to go ahead and do that.
Okay.
If you want representation by somebody who's not a private attorney, and if you qualify for their services. So if you'll just call the clerk's office, they will help you get the paperwork to get that done, okay?
Okay.
All right, did you have something for me, Ms. Strong?
Oh, Mr. Jordan said Ms. McLeod will represent you.
Okay, so we have Ms. Maureen McLeod that's going to take on your representation, Mr. Will. So we'll make sure that we get Ms. McLeod your proper phone number and address, and she'll be in touch with you, and hopefully in the very near future. And hopefully you can move this along. Okay.
I thank you, Your Honor. Also, you had just mentioned the name of Mr. Michael Jordan.
Yes, sir.
I don't know. He works for you in your chambers on the part of the state. Is that correct?
Mr. Jordan works here. Yes.
I do want to apologize also on behalf of, I would say first off myself or the courts to give more justice to it. But Mr. Michael Jordan told me that my court date would not be reassigned. That he had emailed me my Zoom meeting because I missed the court date also on the 21st of the month, and I still have the warrant still active. But I was informed that I had received the Zooms at some time, and he had gave it to me directly. He never got it. I guess I don't know if her name is Miss Grace, the lady. She checked into it and gave me a new court date.
Okay.
I just want to thank her.
Okay, all right, go ahead.
I just want to thank her for that, and just letting the courts know of my absence. I would have never missed court.
Okay, I appreciate that, Mr. Wilson. Miss Grace is on, and I'm sure that she's appreciative of you acknowledging that. Okay?
All right, thank you.
All right, so anticipate that Ms. McLeod is going to be in touch with you, and again, you'll get notification of your next hearing date, sir.
All right.
Okay, all right. You have a good rest of your day.
Thank you, Your Honor. You have a great rest of your day as well.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Bye.
Okay, I believe that completes the calendars for this morning. Unless there's something else, you'll have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you next Tuesday.
Thank
Okay?
you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you all.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor. Bye.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a great day.
You the same.